Hey everybody, G-Bear here outside and homesteading the desert as usual. And what you're looking at is some of my achievement for today. I did take a ride over and pick up some materials that I needed. And I got the sheathing on the roof, and I got 3 walls all clapboarded in. So I'll be working on the other side probably tomorrow. It is Memorial Day, and I hope you are all enjoying your Memorial Day weekends, and keep in mind those poor souls that went ahead of us so that we could be enjoying this weekend. All right, you'll see where I've got the this side still open, and that's because I got to get inside there and put screens up in those upper areas, because those are going to have flaps to open up in the hot summer. And I also have to put a little bit of insulation on those inner walls so that it keeps it a little bit warmer in the winter and cooler in the summer. So I'll be able to go in through here. I've already been inside there. I had to put up a nailer up on the top to handle those last little boards up there, so they have something to screw into. And I'll be putting my edge trim on here tomorrow and that stuff. So I think I'll be pretty close to having this thing ready for chickens as after tomorrow evening, and we'll go from there. I also brought up this big trailer full. My friend Bill down in the OC had all of this cinder block bordering gardens and planters and things like that, and I guess when they put it in there back in the 60s, that was a pretty neat style. But he went to the new decorative blocks and got rid of these. And they were never cemented together, so they're still in good shape. I can use them. I've got about 2,500 pounds of them here on the trailer. They go underneath 10 across. And there's 10, 20, 30 here, 40, 50. And those are 5 across, so that's 60. That's 60 block. They're about 38 pounds each, so you can do the math on that. And it's around 2,400 pounds or so. All right. I also hauled up my rolls of aviary wire to finish my garden house. And we'll head over there and take a quick look at the plants. We're almost there. I just got out of the shower, so I'm moving slow so I don't work up a sweat. Then my carrots, right here, they're coming up like crazy. Loads of them. And there's my Sunions. They're looking good. The beans, still nothing. I'm going to sprout those inside. The tomatoes are looking good. And the peppers, they're slowing down a little bit. The corn's still coming up. It's doing real good here. And this pepper is hiding down low. I might pop the cover and put a little bit more soil around its stem to hold it up straight and see what we get from that. But there's two peppers in there, and I can see them both leaning over, but they got some pretty good sized leaves on them. I also brought up these big planters here. These are what my fruit trees will go into along this wall when I bring my fruit trees up. And these are 30 gallon, I think. And I got 3 of them here. I'm going to need a lot more. So I was just brought 3 up to see how many I could fit across this wall here. I might have to do a second row just out a little ways from them and put the shorter trees on the front row and the tall trees right up against this back side. And I also have to wire the joints together wherever the wire is going to have joints. So that's all my work for out here. I got my flag up there, and it's a little frayed on the end. But I've got a brand new one hanging on the clothesline over there. And the reason I put it on the clothesline is I'm going to try a little trick to help keep them from fraying because of all the wind out here. And I soaked the base seam or the end seam on the striped area with professional wood glue on both sides, so all of the seams are glued together and also sewn, so that might hold it up a little bit better. We'll see what happens with that. I'll do a follow-up on it down the run. As you can see, my router table here's got loads of sawdust on it, and I think I'm going to be building my compost pile over in that little area right there with all of that cinder block, and putting the highest backside towards the dominant wind side, which is off in that direction. And I'm going to make it wide enough so that when I pour a concrete slab in the middle of it all, that I'll be able to use my ATV bucket to go in and pick up a scoop of it and then just flip the bucket and dump it out, so I can mix the compost that way. I'll also have some black visqueen, heavy-duty visqueen, covering from the top of the block going down over it all. And I'll be putting some of my gray water on that to moisten it up, and then I'll cover it with the visqueen and let it sweat itself out and break down and get me some good humus for my plants. All right, that's about it. I'll also tomorrow probably get the tar paper and 80-pound roll flat roofing on top of that chicken coop and put my metal edging all the way around. And that part will be done. The door flaps, I might even do those tomorrow. And that way I can close this whole thing off in the afternoons when it's hot, and I can work inside the coop because it'll be shaded. That'll be neat. I also got to get the door on over there on the end. I just have the wire across there right now, but I'll build the door for that and get the hinges on that and have it ready to be able to lock up when I need to, so that I can keep unwanted visitors out of there. Well, I think I've covered everything. I've been moving more stuff out of my containers, but another project I'm going to have this coming week is cleaning out along this front wall of this first container. And I'm going to get this big workbench in there and get all the drawers back into it. And I'm going to get this toolbox. Will be the very first thing when you open up the door. It'll be right inside the door there. So when I need tools, very easy to get to. And then right next to it will be the workbench, and I'll have all my drawers with my different screws and nails and fasteners and brackets and hinges and all that stuff will all be sorted out, so that I'll know exactly where everything is and I can get to it real quick. And I'll have a workbench on top with a vise and all that stuff. Can't wait. Then I'll get all these shelves inside just past that, so that I can start putting electrical on one, plumbing on another, so forth and so on. I'll have everything all sorted out. Electronics will be on their own. They won't be mixed in with the electric anymore. When I need something, it ain't going to be a whole day looking for it. I'm going to be able to pull whatever I want out of there in a hurry. That's about it. Shower was nice and warm. It was running about 95 degrees on the hot water. And I feel great right now. I think I'm going to go inside, sit down, relax for a little while, and have a cold one. I've been going since 6 o'clock this morning. And I did take a ride down Route 66 today, and I took some pictures of a place over there where they got glass bottle trees and all kinds of antique road signs, things like that. I'll see if I can put those into one of the videos down the line. I'm still not fully used to the software I bought, but I'll get time to do that. I've been so busy, I haven't had time to sit down and play around with the software and learn it. So that's about all there is to it, everybody. I'll see you soon. G Bear signing off.